Good Sunday morning. I'm just checking the audio and everything else, checking the new cameras that I have. Let's see here. Yeah, we're going to switch over to this. This is kind of temporary as to what I want to do. Let's see, this is my Canon. So there we go, and then add me in there. Ooh, well that's interesting. I don't seem to have myself in there. Laptop, USB camera. Oh, that's weird. Okay, so the laptop camera is not working. It flashes, but okay, well, that's all right. Okay, let's go back to the workbench here and we can get our day started. See what happens here. See when people decide to join. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of drop frames again, so this is kind of weird. It probably has to do with my network, being that I'm wireless. But anyway, let's kind of get started. We were talking about Christmas in June, and I'll talk about that in just a moment. Make sure I have everything here. Actually, I'm going to get my music ready. Let's see, yeah, got my Sirius XM here. We're going to do 70s on 7. Cinderella. All right, make sure that it's going through my headphones, that they're ready. Yes, they are. Okay, I think we are all set. Hey, JJE, welcome aboard. Glad you can join in. I'm just kind of testing a whole bunch of things. I've added another camera, technically two cameras this week, but you saw the first one last week. But I've set it back to the standard settings. I think I had overcompensated on sharpness and color balance, so hopefully this will be better. So let's take a look at what we're doing here. I did finish getting the wheels and everything on a couple of toys that are going to be added to the 125, or adding up to the 125. I love the sound rate. That makes such a great sound. I'm debating about finishing them or not. One of the issues that I had yesterday is I finished these in linseed oil, and I let them cure for a long time, but apparently the gift that I gave to my daughter to give to one of her friends having a baby, it's been cured for a couple months, I think. Yeah, and apparently it wasn't fully cured in all that time, and the linseed oil leaked through the tissue paper and also the bag. So I am going to be rethinking that. That also eliminates a variable for compliance. These wheels are not turning the way I'd hoped. I hope to fix them, but just something for my grandson to add to his little pad that has roads and airports and helipads and all that. So just another toy for him. So then these three are also going to Mom's Advocate. Another rattle, different sound. Sounds really good. And yeah, so what I'm doing is switching more to the through axle versus the pegs. But these are in really well. You know, I'm going to have to do a drop test one of these days, but I'm going to send these to third-party testing. I don't know. This may change the way Poppy's workshop operates. And then this is just one of the stragglers. I did 15 or 16 of these with the little people that come out. The issue, though, let me show you this little device here. This is a tester for choke hazards. So, obviously, that can choke somebody. Let's see here. If a wheel breaks off and they swallow it that way, that particular wheel. So I have to put warning stickers on all my toys. Let's get that close to the camera. There we go. So this is a choking hazard, small parts, not for children under 3. So I'm going to be putting those on all my toys. Unfortunately, trying to comply to the rules, even though I haven't had third-party testing yet. I'm going to keep this handy. That's my 40 ounces. I have I put a powder in it that's an electrolyte. You know, we're talking 95 plus degree weather outside in Virginia Beach. And then here I just finished this. I've got almost 10 hours into this. This is my double stack. This is mahogany. So let's see, I can get these centered. Yeah, there we go. That's better. So here's the pieces that I did. We'll put one up closer so you can see it. So you can see it is quite intricate. This is a Sue May design. She does fantastic designs here. And this was fun. I've scorched the edges a little bit because, you know, I do, basically, let me remember how I did this. I started here and went this way because I had in the double stack glue around here. So there was no glue, or there's very little glue down here to hold it all together as the double stack. But I started here and worked my way around, and it was one cut all the way up to this point, and then I made a little hole with the saw and swapped out blades. At this point, I was using a number 7 Flying Dutchman Ultra Reverse, and then went down this way. Trying to remember, I might have cut this to here, and then cut, and then boom to the drill hole and down. Because the mahogany, these are 1/2 inch, 1 inch like this, wore out my blades. I used, I lost count, over 10 blades. I was using number 1s, number 3s, and I just about depleted my supply of 3s, let's see, yeah, and 1s. Then I switched to number 5s and had a lot better control, which, looking at thickness, I don't know if I have a thickness chart handy. I don't think I do. Let me see. That, I think, is drill sizes. No, that's not it. So I wound up working really hard at that. But again, with the detail, it's coming out nice. Plans now, I am going to have a 3/4 inch mahogany base. It'll be shifted forward a little bit. And then in the back, I am going to take a Forstner bit. It's going to be, I think it's 1 1/4 inches, about that. And that's where I am going to be able to place a short LED tea light, white one, that'll illuminate from behind. And I did one of these last year, and it was quite beautiful, the effect of it. So there we go. Let me get a drink here. So what's up and coming? Now, this will also be a double stack, but I'm still deciding on what I'm going to do. And I'll show you what I'm going to be doing today. Man, that is just, let me dim the light a little bit here. That's not doing it. These are not glued on yet. So let's see if this will help. Yeah, okay. There we go. So this is one of the pieces that I'm looking at doing. And then each of these has 3 different ones. These are going to be ornaments. So there we go. And these are a Volker Arnold design. And that's actually what I'm going to be working on today. I'll show you that in just a moment. So here, and these are actually quite intricate when you look. So I will be using a number 1 blade when I do these. So I'm trying to efficiently put these on the board. And I got to figure out what I'm going to put here, over there, as that is, you know, wasted wood. I don't want to waste wood, but I also need spots that I can glue so that all the wood stays together. So that is going to be a little bit of a challenge. Okay, we got to move my blade here. You know, let me switch cameras, see if this will work. So this is my new camera. I still don't know where I'm going to put it just this yet. So this is a stack cut of 1/4 inch. Yeah, you know, actually this kind of works. And again, this is a Volker Arnold design. And what I am doing here is, you'll see that you can't see it. I scratched this out here. What I'm going to do, this is going to be the front, and then of course these here and here are the sides, and I'll be making 2 since this is a stack cut. And this is walnut. And when it gets finished with the linseed oil, it's gonna be gorgeous. So my plan though is, I just kind of in pencil crossed all this out. I'm still debating about here. I think I'm going to leave it solid. This is just going to be the backer. And I use that term kind of loosely, because most people, when we talk about a backer, this would be glued directly to this. But what it's going to happen is, it's going to be space behind. So like, here's where the front would be, and then here's the back. They'll slide right in, and I'll glue it all up. And then this will go on a 1/2 inch base. And I'm going to put string lights, multicolored LED string lights. You know, they're basically a little bit, maybe size of rice, a couple grains of rice size. I mean, they're really small. So I'm going to do that solid in the background, and just saves a lot of time, because this is going to take a while. Now this is going to be a challenge. I may be using a, oh, what was I going to say? I lost track of my thought here. Wait a second. Oh, wait a second. I may be using a spiral blade on it. I'm still debating about that. I'm trying to raise my seat up so I can sit down at the saw. Because this is 2 feet, and I think I'm going to have problems with this, because, especially today, because on this side I have my cart that holds this camera here, and then right over there is a tripod that holds the Canon, which we're going to switch to momentarily, and that is going to limit the amount of swing. Now this, you can see I have mounted on the wall. This slides out, so with my smaller pieces I can actually, on the side of my cart, I can just take this, slide it right in here, which I actually prefer the angle better than stretched out like this. So, yeah, you know, it's starting to get warm in here. Whew. Okay, let me move this over. Make sure everything is here. All right, let me switch cameras. I got too many cameras now. All right, so we're going to do some cuts and go from there. So anyway, JJE, what have you been up to this week? Anything interesting? I'd like to know what you've been up to. I have been pickaxing the new space by my shed out back, my garden shed, And I have been, let me get this out of the way. I've been pickaxing the hard pan dirt and putting in or expanding my wildflower garden. My main garden is looking really good. It's actually a couple months behind schedule because when we first built the shed, we actually put it over the, oops, wait a second here, there we go. We actually put it over the garden because I still had the old shed in place. Now the funny thing was at that time I was willing, that was not what I wanted to do. I was willing to sacrifice the garden thinking that's where I was going to place the shed and then I would plant stuff behind. Well, turns out underneath the old shed was a very large cement pad. There we go. And at that point, it's like, well, I obviously can't plant anything there, so I'm going to move that shed. So I actually paid $400 to move the shed onto the pad and hired professionals to do it. And it worked out very well. All right, I'm making sure that my air handling, dust handling system is all in place. I think what I'm going to have to do, yeah, this is going to be an issue in spinning. Oh yeah, even in the middle. Okay, I'm going to have to rethink this. I know I can slide that back. Yeah. Okay. You know, I'm going to start. Oh, you can't see my finger? Where is it? Oh, man. All right. This is getting frustrating. So, you can't even see it. Okay, let's go back to, well, you'll see it. I'm going to do where the snowman is, and because that's the middle. Hopefully that'll give me some room for my cut. Pardon me while I thread this. So I am hoping that this number 3 is going to last a while, being that I am only doing a total of 1/2 inch cut, and it's not going to develop as much heat as the 1 inch stack of mahogany. Okay, I think we're all set to start. So you can see the snowman. Now, I had some issues with trying to get this shaded in, and I actually wanted it reverse, like the sides are. Well, you can't see the sides now, because usually I cut out the clear area and leave the solid, but I have to do the opposite on this because Photoshop, I just couldn't get it to work right because there's some open lines here somewhere. So that's it. All right, well, I'm going to take a sip of my drink, get my headphones ready, listen to some music. I'll be chatting a little bit along the way, and get moving on. All right, let's get the air handling on. Get ready for some noise. And why don't I hear my music? Well, that's not what I want to do. Wait a second. The issues with live shows. I think my headphones turned off. There we go. All right, let's get connected again. Try this again. There we go. All right. Listening to a little CCR. I want to know. Okay, let's see how this cuts. Yeah, this cuts so much differently than the mahogany. Let's see if you can see that. Yes, you can. Yeah, I will definitely be doing number one blades. Actually, let me get this one. There we go. Nice. Okay, you can still see that there. Yeah, this one, because of its size and sleek, wow, I'm definitely going to have to go a lot slower. And I know a lot of people will say, dude, use a spiral. You've got 30 inches. And yeah, this is going to be an issue, I can already tell, with the tripod coming up. Yeah, this is... going to be a challenge. You know, I just realized yeah, I'm gonna have to move things around here. So pardon the bouncing in a moment while I reposition things. See if I can zoom in a little bit more. Get us back. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, I think that will work. There's the tripod. Oh my, I cannot. Now the issue is I am kind of far away from the camera. And I'm going to turn on the air conditioner. Whew. That's fine. I have to remember that I have to stay in the magenta and not go out of it. I think I'm going to revisit that cut after I get the big piece out. Yeah, this piece sticks a little bit. There it is. 2 feet. I think I will probably be doing this piece over a couple weekends because I could see myself at certain points getting frustrated. What is my speed? That's my speed's not too bad. I want to keep the temperatures down on the blade. I'm going to exaggerate this turn a little bit and then come back. I'm going to nibble this one. Normally, I would keep the blade going on this spin, but until I can get used to turning at sharp angle, I'm going to stop the blade. I'm going to make my nibbles a little bit bigger. See, like this straight line here, I can't do that with a spiral. I am not good with spirals at all. The other issue I have is as I'm turning this thing, I've got almost a foot. I have to slide back in my chair. Getting caught on my apron. Yeah. I'm going to have to think about spirals. I know for the squiggles I will definitely do spirals. This is going to be a long piece. Right now, I was thinking of using this as a piece for the NATO Christmas bazaar, but I may wind up having to use this as a gift for Poppy's Workshop so that Poppy's Workshop gets a direct benefit because of the amount of time I think this is going to take. Nibble. Let's see, I'm going to try and be a little bit more confident here and keep that blade moving on this turn. There we go. Still trying to get the feel. Straight lines, not an issue. So I've had 5 days of leave. Today's my last day. I gotta go back to work. I mean, I like where I work. My eyes are off center because I shifted my chair to the left of the wood. See that? When you see that move, that's me hitting it with my apron. And I am so far back I cannot see the line. Yeah, I gotta rethink this. Yeah, I can't see my cut. I think what I am going to do here is I'm going to make a turn spot in the waist. Is that big enough? Yeah, that's smarter. Ah. Yeah, I'm already frustrated. You can see standing up. Nope, that ain't gonna work. Wow. Yeah, I think this piece may have to be all spiral. I cannot see the line. I'm way back, adjusted the angle of my lens. I think what I'm going to have to do is, I don't know if I'm going to revisit those. Just nibble them out, which is basically just doing what a spiral does. I'm trying to nibble this. You know, I forgot to drill the holes for the snowman's eyes. I just noticed that. This is why I prefer to do small pieces. I usually keep my boards no more than 1 foot. It's just what I specialize in. Alright, gotta swing this around. I'm going to rethink this. I'm going to revisit that area. Man, I am struggling. And frustration is already growing. Yeah. You know what I am going to do? Ah, I think what I'm going to do, come on. Yeah, see, this is what I like about the flat blade. It's beautiful cuts. I think what I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to put this on my magnet since it's still good. I'm going to switch to a spiral. But I'm going to hit the crazy parts so I can get used to it. Oh, wait. All right, let's look. All right, I got some squiggles here. So I'm going to work the squiggles so that I can, all right, come on. Get used to the spiral. The funny thing is, I generally like to have my lines from, man, this is even harder. Ah. Spiral blades are a lot slower on the cut. Anything like a little forcing function to get you out of your comfort zone. Yeah, I can't even do a straight line. Curious. Alright, I'm going to go back and clean that up in a bit. I am curious as to what the cut looks like. Actually, yeah. Let's see. I don't know if you can see that. I can see the pattern of the blade in it. It's not as bad as I thought, but still. I'm a real snob when it comes to lines, straight lines, clean lines. This is where learning to be versatile in using your tool is important. So I still have a habit of turning my piece. Sorry, I'm not super talkative right now. Just doesn't want to cut. I'm pulling back the opposite way. I'm so not used to how a spiral cuts. Oh, that's stupid, Rick. I'm sliding back again. I don't want to do that. I've got to learn to go sideways. And I can see how I won't be able to do a straight line. I need more speed. Put my drill hole where I really should have. So I gotta press it up a little bit and tighten it. There we go. Yeah, I think, I don't know about being an expert, but definitely what is it, expert? An X is a has-been and a spurt is a drip under pressure. So yeah, and it's that. Definitely, this is a challenge. I'm trying to thread it through the whole blind. Wrong hole. Look up Wrong Hole on YouTube. It has what's his name who played Chachi on, come on. Something's wrong here. This is not going through right. I don't know. I think I just bent the, man. Obviously I bent the blade royally. Snap the blade. Look at that. Snap the blade. I do not have a lot of these blades. This is, oh man. Doesn't feel right when you're under the table. You know the blade since it, dummy me. Whew, I got lucky. Making sure I position the blades in the right place. Alright. For some reason, that was not going through cleanly. So, I'm just clearing out the holes. The blade itself is like a 45-degree angle, and it's got a twist when I put it in. I wonder if the blade, maybe my blade speed is too much for it. Yeah, I think that I'm putting too much pressure on the blade. Let's clean that up. Now it's funny, John, What If I Could, he uses spirals exclusively. I think it's the Penguin is what he uses, like 02 or something. I mean, he uses small blades, and man, he cuts like a champ. So I may have to get some advice from him. But I figure once I go through, remember these odd shapes, the squiggles as I call them, I should have a pretty good handle on how to handle the blade itself and adjust my technique. Oh, let me look at the bottom. Yeah. See, what I don't like is how chewed up the back gets. That's pretty chewed up. So, a little fine sandpaper. Ah. Yeah, same thing's happening here. I gotta be careful threading that. Ooh, the bottom is loose. Maybe my blade wasn't tight enough. Huh. Yeah, you can't do a straight line though. This is wandering all over. Wow. But this is cutting better. Just checking the bottom. Maybe I did something wrong underneath there. Yeah, I gotta be careful where perfect is the enemy of good enough. Yeah, I'm having trouble dropping the board. Ah, so this is supposed to be a fine connection here, but with this blade, you know, I will call the spiral blade is the hatchet compared to the scalpel of my flat blades. At least in how, at least in how I can do it. But like anything, go back to one of my sayings, practice does not make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. So I'm trying to develop best practices here, best technique. To get this to work. We'll see after I'm done with this if I actually decide that I like spirals or continue to use them very sparingly. See, I can't get the sharp points like I can with a flat blade. That drives me up a wall. Alright, let me clean this one up. Okay. You know, I am way frustrated right now. I think I'm going to stop. Let me get the inner handling off. Okay. Well, I have to say that was definitely, it will be an exercise. I mean, the squiggles aren't too bad. Let me get this out of the way. The squiggles aren't too bad. You know, let me use my other camera this way, second camera. There we go. So, getting close there. So you can see how it looks close up. Yeah, I guess it looks okay. I'm just so picky when it comes to sticking the lines, getting a clean finish and sharp corners. Yeah, I think that's going to be interesting. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick with doing all the small pieces here, all these squiggles and everything, get my technique. Then the big insides, that's where I've got to make the choice of how I'm going to do it. Again, being that, you know, this piece is, let's see, 24. It's got to be, it was 18 or 19 inches along the long length. So that is going to be a challenge. Let me move back a little bit there. Yeah, this is kind of handy having my little handy cam here so you can see how it looks. Make you a little bit dizzy, I'm sorry for that. But there you go. I don't know how I'm going to do this star. I mean, I've got to use a flat blade for the stars for this here. There's just no way. You can't see that. There's just no way that the broom, these edges here, I can do with a spiral blade. I can't. I know my skills, or lack thereof. So we'll see how that is. All right, let me switch back. You can see part of my shop here. Here's my cart. So I've got another camera up on that boom. There's the tripod to the other. I do keep some stuff on the bottom of the cart. And of course, there's my workbench. The big drill press. And then, let's see, in the dark corner, where there's my Franken router. And then there's my grinder that has my soft sander on it, barrel sander. And, whoops, sorry guys. And then back here you can see my small drill press and my small belt and disc sander and my wall. So there you go. That's just a quick tour. And let me get to something steady here, because I cannot switch back to my other camera, because since I moved the cart, it's going to be out of position. So there you go. I think that's going to cover it today, because I am very frustrated at the moment, and I've got a little bit of thinking how I'm going to approach this. As I said, I know that I'm going to continue with the small squiggle stuff. These bigger ones, I've got to figure how I'm going to do that. Especially the big issue I have is when the board is going this way, you know, and it is almost 2 feet to my belly, and I can't spin. I get too far away with my vision. I can't see the lines through my lens, so that is going to be a challenge that I have to figure how to work around. So there you go. Starting this, I know I've got a lot of toys, as you saw with the Handycam, that I do need to finish. I've got to rethink how I'm doing those for safety of the children. That is a whole new thing that may bring Poppy's workshop to its knees in terms of building toys, which is an unfortunate thing. I forgot what it's called, CPCS or something like that. It's the Toy Safety Standards. And the standards themselves, I know that I can meet or exceed them. That's not the issue. Like I said, either I'll use raw linseed oil, but with the discovery today, I may rethink that and just go dry on all my toys. Hardwoods, natural hardwoods, those are not under any type of testing rules. So that's not an issue with the hardwoods. Plywood is a different story, and I hate plywood. I've said it before. So, yeah, that's not an issue, but what I am afraid of, again, especially with the smaller toys that would be attractive to little kids, you know, by themselves, this here is a choke hazard. You know, if that wheel broke off with part of an axle, he could just put it straight down this way, down the throat. So again, I'm marking 3 and older, but these rules apply for 12 and under, and most of my toys, especially like, you know, you get the rattles, and of course rattles are not going to be generally unsupervised unless the parent leaves it in the crib, and that is a no-no. Hopefully parents don't do that. And like this, it's no big deal. This is totally safe. My fear is if it breaks. So what that means is I have to get these tested by a third party, and any variation has to be tested. So even though it's the same wood, same size wheels, same pegs, my dinosaur would have to be tested as well as the elephant. So that causes issues. And I think for initial testing and everything, you're looking at almost $1,000. And that is a lot of toys that could be going into the hands of children in need. So I'm investigating all that, trying to figure out what's going on and what options I have. So with that, may the Lord richly bless you. Make it a great day right here at Bobby's Workshop.